What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Reptiles Unplugged Wednesday. Love it. Hey, this is your host, Adam Halbleib, Beach Bum Exotics. You can find me on all the normal socials, Instagram, Facebook. And if you're looking for any cool ball pythons, I have some stuff listed up on Morph Market and soon to be Rads. And I've got my awesome co-host with me tonight. Take it away, sir.
Shane Kelley, Small Town Exotics. You can find me on Rads, smalltownexotics.com, Instagram, Patreon, all kinds of places. And our badass technical producer, Jay from Greenline, you can find him on Rads, Morph Market, and Instagram.
Very nice. Bam. There it is. Hey, we're getting that polished. We're doing much better every show.
I don't know. I feel a little off my game because our schedule's been so holiday-esque, but
True. But that one was pretty smooth. So, and in honor of Jay, I've got his shirt on, and I am purposefully disappearing into my background, also in honor of Jay tonight.
Yeah, sniper style, man. Like, I can only see your head,
Hell yeah, dude. Oh man! So
hey, let me bring up something real quick because of the weird holiday schedule, and we're like way out of rotation. So we do have one guest next week, and that is Robert from Husbandry Pro, and he's going to be announcing his new project that's available to everyone in the reptile community for free. So that'll be next week. So, bam, just get that out of the way real quick.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, we'll do our announcement right away, and then we'll jump into it. Cool. That's going to be a good show. So, and yeah, I think people will be kind of excited to hear what's coming with that end. So,
yeah,
you guys plug in. What else has been going on? Anything in your world? Any snake? I
hatched the best genetic stripe clown combo to date. I don't care what anybody says. I'm just gonna throw modesty out the window. I hatched the best looking one ever.
Dude.
Hurricane, red stripe, yellow belly, genetic stripe clown. Last clutch of the year for that project, and I hit the banger, man. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, very nice, man. Very, very nice. I saw the picture, and I was really impressed with how that turned out. Right, that came out really cool. Got all.
And that's one of those examples, like where sometimes just one gene will set off a combo.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I loved how it popped. The contrast, you got all the coloring in there, man. It really worked well. So well done, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I do got to test it. It is 50% head enhancer, so I'll have to test that for that. But fingers crossed. Yeah. Either way, it's still a great snake,
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Nice. Let's see. Got anything else going on in your world? Any cool pairings? I know it's breeding season starting here pretty soon.
Yeah, for the first time since the beginning of the year, once I take that clutch I was just talking about out of the incubator, will be empty for a couple of weeks. So I'm kind of like in my little slow. I got 4 girls waiting to lay though, so it'll just be a couple of weeks of no eggs in the incubator. But yeah, man, how are you doing
Not too
on
bad.
The snake end?
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I have 2 clutches in the incubator waiting to come out. One should be hatching any day now. The 6th is its 56th day. So, and the eggs are looking really primed. And that was Super Orange Dream Desert Ghost female. And it's kind of a who's your daddy. Either my leopard pinstripe Desert Ghost took it or the chocolate DG hat hypo took it. We'll see. Maybe even a mix. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually really hoping for some leopard desert, some leopard orange dream desert ghost. That I love that combo. The contrast is really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of leopard. Always have been, always will be. I don't care what the trend is at the current time. I'm always on the leopard.
Me too, man. Yeah, I love it. Well, all right. We'll just kind of breeze through chat tonight real quick. We always appreciate you guys joining. We'll call out a few first in here. We got Shauna always out there. Good evening to you. Thank you very much with the technical first post. Then we got Jay out there. Good man. Thank you, sir. Kevin from Sugar Skull Serpents. We appreciate you. Yo, what's up? HJJ Serpent. What's up, guys? Hey, how you doing yourself? We appreciate you joining in tonight. got graceful pythons. Jamie, always appreciate you tuning in, leaving comments and all that good stuff. We'll get back to the polls. I know we've been slipping on that. Maybe we'll start that up in the new year and try and actually do a run with it. Thank you, sir, for joining. Good evening. Good evening. Let's see who else we got. We got Catalina Morph Mixer and Rats Bastard Royals. Hello. Good evening. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, let's just jump on into it because we've got a guest for y'all tonight that I think you're going to enjoy. He's known in the community, been around for a very long time. So let's give him a warm welcome. Chris, Fatman Nation, thank you.
Oh, Adam starts the show with, if you want any cool ball pythons, hit me up. and I'm just like, there are no cool ball pythons anymore. And then I went over to Shane's Instagram, and I have to say that's a pretty badass. Pretty
right,
badass
right.
thing.
There you go. So eating your own words in your head before they even came out.
But let's be real. I've hatched, I don't know, let's just throw a number out there. 100 snakes this year, and I hatched one cool one. I mean, hey,
and you're keeping it. You're not even selling it. So what difference does it make? Oh, it's so bad. All right. So bad. Oh, what's going on, guys?
Oh, well, same old stuff over here. Kind of getting into the holiday season, doing starting with the snakes, getting breeding going, and then with family stuff, spending a ton of money that I shouldn't be. How you been, man?
Yeah. No, I get it. I'll be spending my holidays in rehab, so thank you for bringing up such a painful thought. I appreciate it, Adam. Fucking badass that you did that. But I think I'll be out on the 15th or 20th. But I have also been spending an ass ton of money, but on myself. I just I hit that Amazon rabbit hole, and before you know it, I got like $5,000 worth of packages coming to my house with all stuff just for me. It's like literally nobody else. It's just for me. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's my life. Yeah.
You got to build a tree out of the boxes there,
Yeah, well, because I don't do Christmas. I don't put up decorations. My house doesn't look like Santa vomited in it. I have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and then I have a wreath that I put on the front door, and I put Ricardo Montalban in the middle of it. And can anybody guess why?
The Wreath of Khan.
The Wreath of Khan, baby. Nobody got it except Shane. My neighbor came up to me and is like, "Is that some kind of religion?" And I was like, she's like, "Who is that guy?" And I'm like, first of all, you don't know who Mr. O'Rourke is. You got a problem, okay? But second of all, you don't know who Khan is? I mean, come on. But yeah, those are the only two Christmas decorations I put up.
Nice.
Well, you got me beat because I got one black Christmas tree with skulls and red lights on it. So,
right on. Is it a 7-foot tree or no?
No, it's 4 foot, and that tree was only $22 on Amazon. I was like, score!
Yep, I would do that.
Nice. Yeah, we're doing nothing this year. No decorations at our place.
No, actually. It's not even worth it. These jackasses that are putting up $5,000 worth of these stupid fucking inflatable balloons, and they're matching the lights to the music. Shut the fuck up. Just get out of here.
Dude, the reels that are going where it's like epic these days. I saw this one.
Right. And they always play the Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas Eve Sarajevo, right?
I think it comes with whatever damn software these guys are installing.
Right. Yeah. It's so stupid. All right. And then you see that jerk on the roof the week after Christmas, like, had a good year this year. And I hope you fall off that roof.
Oh man, yeah. That's my whole thing, dude. I don't want to tear it down. you know, so until they come up with lights that I could just hide up there 20
Yeah, just leave it there forever.
For real.
Well, like, why do you gotta celebrate the birth of Christ to put lights up? Why can't you just have lights up because you feel like it?
That's
What
I'm
just
saying.
Put them up all day. Like with the LEDs these days.
Yeah,
I would just light up my house with LEDs and just annoy everybody else.
Yeah.
Why not? All year round, right? Have a homeowner association person coming up yelling at me every day.
Banging on your door.
Yeah, I love it. Stupid jackass.
Hey, so I want to tell Chris, thank you for coming on tonight, man. This is the first time you've been on camera since you've been locked up. So thank you from that live from the New York penitentiary, you know, fucking Rikers Island.
Yes, that's what the medical wing looks like, huh? So.
Yeah, this is what the medical wing of Rikers looks like. Yeah. It's been 68 days today. And I got the Bin Laden beard going. And I got, you know, I'd love to tell you guys, oh, it's awesome. You know, getting stronger every day. No, it's bullshit. It's fucking, it's like every day starting from zero. So this is one of my happy little highlights. And I figured, you know, it was for Shane and Adam, you know, I'll do it for those guys. All right. Shane and Adam, I'll show the misery off for a little bit. You're the only two I would do it for. Actually, I would do it for Proper Royals too, but you three. Yeah. I would probably do it for Mike from Herb Collectors too, but just you four.
All right.
All right. We'll end that there before the list gets longer.
Cut them off quick. Change the time. We truly do appreciate it, man. And you know, you're one of the OGs in the community, and we had been talking to you for a while, getting you on the show. We saw everything going on, and when you agreed that you'd still come on, Shane and I were really impressed. So thanks, brother.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Yeah. It's
and I want to think part of the motivation for you still coming on, other than our badass personalities, is it's the 15 minutes of lame season, right?
Well, I figure, you know, it's a good time for me to come on and promote because these guys have been killing it this year with the reels. And I don't know if they're killing it, but they're doing really good with the reels. So, you know, they're you can tell everybody's trying real hard, and it's only been open for, I think it's going to be a week tomorrow, and we already got thousands of votes. You know, so thank you to everybody that does go and vote every day.
So for anyone in the chat that doesn't know what 15 minutes of lame is, what's your elevator pitch on that? Like, what is 15 minutes of lame?
Well, 15 minutes of lame started originally as like a joke. I was like, let me interview these idiots that have mortgaged their house for ball pythons and fell victim to the normal pump and dump that ball pythons are. And let's see who loses their house in a year, right? So it was kind of goofing on people for spending so much money. But then as it went on, I interviewed guys like Shane, guys like Patrick McKnight, and I'm like, Jesus, these guys got a really solid business plan, right? So I don't want to look like an idiot now, right? So the first year, you know, we had some guys who, you know, are still household names, you know, nowadays, like Jeremy Baud. Corey Martin is a big name in photography right now. She's kind of transitioned over to different things, but she got all the snake people to follow her, you know, onto her, you know, new things. Again, Patrick McKnight is Aura and shed testing. I mean, probably one of the most successful guys in the country. And, you know, it just became something that seemed like it would be fun. Because like when Shane was in it in the first season, I don't know if you guys remember, but Shane was filming videos where one time I thought he was in Greece. And I was like, did this guy go to Greece to film this dumb little reel? You know, but it turns out he was in some, Say a little white trash Tennessee fucking breeze.
Yeah, I was in Nashville, but a Parthenon's a Parthenon, whatever,
And I was like, wow, it could become, this could be a fun thing to happen every year. And the second year, Antoine Hood won, and it really started picking up steam. And I figure it's cool because on the podcast, we shit on people all year. We shit on the bad people. We call out the bad people. But at the end of the year, these are, 12 to 20 good people that I wanted to come on that we would have just compete. And it would be a fun thing where they could network more. They could get out in front of, their competitors' audience. They could do collaborations. And it's just become a fun thing. And when people take the fun out of it, that's when I get really pissed off. You know, like, are you going to become a household name just because you win? I don't know, man. I know that when Shane won, Shane's shit picked up. I know when Antoine won, Antoine's shit picked up. I know when Leviathan won, their shit picked up. They also did do a movie about it, so, that's the way, that's the way it goes. It's like, so, no, you don't guarantee a household, being a household name, but if you win, it's a tool to push yourself further in the community and kind of get people outside their comfort zones, right? Because a lot of these people, they may not be good with making reels. They may not be good with marketing. With this, it kind of forces them to kind of go outside their comfort zone and do those things, even if they suck, which a lot of them do. But the effort is there. You could see the effort.
Yeah, and the ones that actually compete like every year, then they got their own little class that they like. They're closer with from there on out. Like I have mine. Every year has their own, but yeah, you notice that there's some camaraderie there forever after that. So
So it's been a fun thing, and I'd love to get to 10 and then have the 10 winners compete, but I don't know. Maybe if we get to 10 and have the 10 winners compete, I could stop doing Snakes in the Fat Man for the year because I don't need to fill a 15 minutes of lame slot and just rant every week. And that might be fun. That might be fun and just piss off people every week. Not have to worry about guests, not have to worry about any of that. Just put out a pre-recorded rant video and may have fun with that.
Hell yeah, dude. Just an hour of you just cussing out the community.
All I need to curse out the community is like 15, 18 minutes. Make it standard YouTube length where they could play 2 commercials in it so I get paid a little bit for it. And maybe I'll do that at 10. Hell, maybe I'll do that at 7, but we'll see.
What is kind of like the criteria on how you choose your 15-minute lane guest?
I have to hear about you from somebody else.
Okay.
Like that. That's the way it goes. Like that. With
no self-pitching, like dropping their mixtape.
Oh my God! If you self-pitch, you're. I don't do you. You're done. Batter Up Balls waited 6 years, to get it, but he paid attention. He didn't self-pitch at all. I think when you're like, oh, I'd really like to be on 15 minutes. Could he get me on? That's a little bit like desperate. Like you haven't. It sounds so stupid, but it's like you haven't earned your spot. Like I want to hear about you from somebody else, and whether it's a judge or another contestant or just a friend of mine. I want to hear about you and, them saying, hey, did you see Dembala Exotics? They put out awesome stuff. And then I would check out Dembala. And then, if I liked them, I would see if they want to be on the show.
Nice.
Yeah. And shout out to Batter Up because he's been in my inbox for like 2 years trying to impress me. And I'm like, bro, I have no say so over who goes on the show. But I mean.
No, Aaron's great, and he's doing great with the reels and everything. I do want to make a comment to the contestants that are doing the reels. Remember, at some point, it's not just about making people laugh. You got to show off your animals. I mean, it's not a popularity contest. It's a who's going to be here in 5 years and who's going to be another prospective leader, you know, in the hobby. And even if it's on a small stage, you know, you have to want it. You know, like Morphs is building a goddamn facility, you know. And I'm just thinking with the ball python market the way it is, they may live in that facility, but whatever, you know. But they're trying now, and they're killing it. I will tell you one thing, and I talked to Shane about this too. When they put out their video showing off their facility, and Jason was standing in front of just like the plumbing, I immediately called up Shane and I'm like, do you see the plumbing that these fucking people are putting in? and Shane's like, yes, that's what I saw, you know. And so Morphs, you know, is definitely front runner. They're killing it with the reels. Plus, they're awesome people. The last thing I want to do is give the title and the belt to a degenerate scumbag who is not a nice person in the real world, you know. But like if you're a cocky, arrogant son of a bitch and you're acting like that, but you're humble when I talk to you and you're just a regular guy, that's the guy that I would give the title to. Like for an arrogant guy to win it who remains arrogant and is just like I just really hope that a bad person never wins the title because I'll have mixed feelings about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Track history has been pretty good so far, right?
So far it's been great. Yeah. So far it's been great people. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. As like now I'm the tiebreaker judge. That's stuff I'm looking more long term and kind of the stuff you were just mentioning, like people that I think are going to be here in 5 to 10 years, and are they like community builders and you know, are they bringing people together? That's the kind of stuff I'm looking at. If it comes to a tie, I don't care if you put out 600 reels, man. I'm looking at long term stuff. But make me laugh in the meantime, though. That does help.
Right, definitely. Well, and it's like, you know, Alicia Harbin, dude, if you think she's a pushover, she showed what a bitch she is on Meet the Judges thing. She is going to be a hard woman to impress. All right. So if she calls you and asks about your collection, you better come correct, man, because I saw that out of Alicia, and I was like, ooh, all right, there's some residual, you know, residual resentment about not winning, right?
Plus, she was in the dog community as like a handler and a judge and that kind of stuff too. So like when you put that job on her, she's going to take it real serious, man.
Yeah.
She might have scorecards for everyone. I don't know. I mean,
I would not put it past her, you know.
Right.
So, but I wanted them to be judges this year. I wanted Troy from Balls and Strikes to be, you know, judge. And you know, they're saying like, you know, oh, we're the losers, so why should we pick the winners, right? And I'm like, yes, you know, it's true. You are losers, all right? Even Patrick McKnight, you are losers of this contest, okay? However, you guys are total winners in the business aspect of this whole thing. You know, like I mean, Troy is killing it, you know, on his shows. Patrick McKnight from Aura is killing it right now. So this is kind of to show people like, hey, you don't have to win to become this giant in the community also.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's, you know, it's just another tool, right, in the arsenal of successful people.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Like if you pulled out a Leatherman and had 15 minutes of lane in that Leatherman, I'm going to look at you a little different because it means that you kind of went through this gauntlet with us to show that you could market, to show that you have great animals, to show that you're going to be here in 5 years. So it's just, you know, it's just another little flippy guy to have in the Leatherman. That's really all it is.
Well, and it shows you the level of competition in every year too. If those people that you just named are like, they didn't technically win their year, but look at how successful they are still. So, I mean, that just shows you the talent that's involved. So,
yeah. Just to throw out another name, like Jeremy Bard lost. Okay. Everybody knows Jeremy Bard. The thing that I like, or the thing that I wanted to mention is on the Meet the Judges thing, Patrick was giving Shane kind of a hard time, right? And I was just like, yeah, but Shane won, so Shane beat him. And then I recall at SCRE when they were doing this dumb little let's compare ball python things, Shane won that too. Right? So Shane is 2-0 against Patrick. You know?
Hey,
So,
you know,
yeah. I mean,
so Patrick, if you're out there, we're just adding some salt to that wound, boy. take that.
Oh my God! But you know, people. The thing that's great about this is I made all these great friends through this competition, and I made good enough friends through this competition to where when I'm laid up in the hospital and I can't do shit for this competition, all my friends got together and made sure that they were going to make it happen, and they didn't want to miss a year. So that's my biggest accomplishment with this, you know. So that a lot of my snake related success stories have nothing to do with the animals, you know. Like another you know success story we had this year was you know raising $7,200 for Camp Freedom. You know, it has nothing to do with snakes. Right. All right. But we're going out and we're helping, you know, real people. And you know, you know, if you ask me what I'd like to do for a living, if I had $1 million, I would want to raise money for vets, because that is really one of the most rewarding things that you could do. And if you could do that and do it within your community that already has a ton of military in it, like why wouldn't you do that? You know. Plus, we had some pretty cool shirts, and we got even cooler shirts this year, because we're including first responders in Deeds Not Words too. So
I can't wait to see what those look like. I got my shirt from last year.
Yeah, no, we're going to be at, you know, all the local shows promoting everything, and you know, some national shows. And you know, I don't care if I'm going to a show just promoting the veterans thing, you know, and not make any money at all. You know, I'm going out, seeing some of my friends and raising money for something cool, you know.
Yeah. So, no, that's a really cool thing that you do every year. And I know you used to rotate, but I think like you found your groove and like staying with the veterans, like, dude, everyone's on board with that. I mean, you have to be. Like, it's those guys that gave us all this freedom to breathe.
Right. Right.
Oh, did he get weird on your end?
Shane did get a little weird. You robot voiced a little.
Not personality wise, but your voice.
Hey, I'll just sit here and look pretty then. All right.
It went like kind of robotic when you were talking.
Yeah.
So you're
good now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was just saying that, you know, the vets are the ones that like go and do all this sacrificing so we could breed ball pythons and have podcasts and shit, you know. So you got to show your support
like this. Yeah.
Right.
Let them go and fight, because I ain't fighting. All right.
Right.
I'll be the slowest guy on the battlefield. Oh, you know,
put that man in a tank.
Yeah, I'd have to be. I'd have to get that wheelchair that we used when we were at Camp Freedom, which was a tank. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's some of the cool ones. My brother was looking at.
And I'm glad that I have. I'm not a breeder, right? Yeah, you know, so you know, we're good with that. I'm glad that, and some people may disagree with this, but I'm glad that just on a personality level, I've clicked with enough people to raise this money and to have a good show and have a successful show and have all the sponsors that I have, because I'm not in that box that has to talk about ball pythons now or snakes. I could talk about whatever I want,
Yeah.
and I'd rather be. I always said I'd rather be a personality, and if I can make one guy laugh or make one guy or woman have less of a shitty week, than they're having by me saying something stupid or funny for them, then I've done my job,
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. And you have been that voice for a long time for a lot of us. I think you get a bad rap of people taking you a little too straight up.
Well,
right?
that's what these are fucking idiots, right? These are people that are never going to be fans of mine anyway. All right.
Sure.
Right.
But like people that call me misogynistic or racist, like when I was growing up, everybody had a friend named Black Carl. All right. Sometimes he wasn't even black. Sometimes it worked and he was black, but everybody had a friend called Black Carl, right? And then inevitably a Black Carl would move to the neighborhood, right? And you're like, oh, what do we call him? We already got Black Carl is already taken. And we'd have to call him like Black Carl 2. And Black Carl 2 wouldn't get mad that he's and I just think that there's making fun of the differences in people getting demonized is so stupid. Because why would you not, make fun of the differences? I'm not making fun of the differences and saying get the fuck away from me. I'm making fun of the differences and saying come in the circle. But like this is what we do here.
Right.
So I get tired of being called that real quick. But then when I talk about women, when did it become a crime to prefer hotties over ugly women? When did that become a crime? All right. Was there a meeting that I missed where it was like that's not allowed no more?
But that's the weird thing because it's still preferred, because if you go look at Instagram accounts, the hotties that are showing their ass off all the time got multiple million followers. So
right. But I'm the bad guy.
Of course.
Yeah, you are, Chris. You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. Yeah.
You just can't talk about it anymore.
When I see a fat woman in a bikini and I have to say how brave she is, for coming out, shut the fuck up. You should not. Yeah, you're not brave. But like, doesn't that kind of skew the definition of brave? Like, what are you gonna say? Bill Burr said it best. Like, what are you gonna say when you see a fireman coming out of a burning building with a baby? You'd be like, oh, you're so brave. You're just like a fat model who showed herself in a bikini. Well, like, get the hell out of here. It's just like, just say what the majority of people are thinking. Because every time somebody called me sexist, there was always that woman's husband going, yeah, but she was hot though, or something like that. and it's always white women under 30. White women under 30 are the worst people on the planet. I hate all of them. They should all die a fiery death, okay? Because they get offended for people, okay? So yeah, white women under 30, worst people ever. Hope they're not fans of mine. Don't care. If you're the occasional 25-year-old hottie that likes me, cool, okay. But other than that, all you guys could just run out into the ocean.
Get blacklisted.
Is
that right?
Yeah, get blacklisted. Yeah. Well, I bought this shirt because fucking I did a rant recently where someone said I was biting the hand that feeds me by complaining about all these $10,000 morphs that are selling for $300 the following year or two. And yeah, they were pissed off. They were like, you're biting the hand that feeds you. But listen, here's the deal. There's certain genes that, whether you like it or not, are just like pump and dump stocks that all of these guys pump up until you get it, okay? And then when you get it, they're like, oh, you should be happy getting $300 for that $10,000 snake.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So a lot of the things I think about are what people like. I'm like, how are you not noticing this yourself? Like, how are you not noticing you watch this guy pay $8,000 for this snake, and in the following year, right now on Morph Market, it's not going for $60. Okay, like how are you not noticing this? And make your plans around that. You know, like look for the non-pump and dumps. Look for the stable stuff. You know, don't look for a moonshot all the time. But you know, it's okay to look for moonshots occasionally. But you got to realize right now people are putting out 4-gene ball pythons that have the dumbest genes in them, and they look better than your $10,000 snake. And someone's going to buy them. Someone's going to buy them. You know,
Agreed.
and yeah, you're going to sell it a hell of a lot easier. The only people telling you it's easy to sell a $5,000 snake are the people selling you a $5,000 snake.
When you're buying it, exactly. Look at how easy.
Yeah, you see how easy that was.
I took your money. That was amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God, these freaking people. Oh.
I think part of the problem too, though, is like like us three sitting here right now started out when, you know, gene stacking was really popular, but it was also, we hadn't seen that many genes in snakes before because, you know, that stuff was just starting to get rolling and everybody was kind of piling on. Whereas now, I mean, you know, you could go on Morph Market and get a 5-6 gene snake for under $150 if it's the wrong genes, right? You know what I mean? Right. Where before, no matter what, that would have been like a $3,000 snake just because of the amount of genes in one animal.
Right.
And so I think a lot of people kind of weren't taught that like progression of seeing the stuff stack. They're coming into it, seeing it all put together. So they don't really know. And they just kind of jump on the bandwagon of seeing, oh, this is an expensive snake. Oh, this guy is cool. He just produced this. And then they scramble out and kind of go try and rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Well, that's what they try and do. And nobody is isolating a gene anymore. Okay. So
and fine tuning that gene.
Right, exactly. You know, I'm going to make a comment, but I'm not calling out this company, Leviathan. You know, with your Nyala bullshit. Like fucking, is there a single gene Nyala yet that they put into anything?
I haven't been following that at all, man. So I don't know.
So I'm just curious because maybe they hadn't. Listen, maybe they did and I didn't see it. I don't know, but that's the type of thing I'm talking about, where it's like you know, for instance, we did the rain gene, right, and we were trying to isolate that thing like a motherfucker, right, and we couldn't isolate it, but on different snakes, they had on different combinations, they had something different in them. So we're like, oh, is that rain? And then here's the problem. You can't tell what that gene does. So, so how much money are you going to dump into that? You know, like I don't know. Is Leviathan in the comments just telling me to go fuck myself now?
No, not at all. No, I doubt he's watching our show. But
yeah, I doubt he's watching our show either. All right. Don't worry. I do the same thing.
That was something I kind of I'm gonna pump up my own stuff. Shrapnel. I started like basic and like, okay, here's what a single gene looks like. Now here's a single gene shrapnel clown, like build it up. And so I know what it does in all the stages. That way I can present it correctly.
Right. Well, that's the way you should do it. The problem is with something like that, it takes time. Right.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to take the time.
Nobody wants to take any time now. Like, no.
Yeah.
And sometimes I wonder if it's not even that they don't want to take the time, but that they were never mentored in how to do it right. Right. Like, you know what I mean? And that's a big thing right now, I think, that we've lost due to the Patreon, where before you could reach out to somebody and say, man, hey, do you have a little bit of time to maybe teach me about this or that? And most people were pretty open. Like,
Yeah.
they would tell you the F off if they were too busy.
Right.
But, they would say, hey, come back to me in a month or two once the show
Right.
season or breeding season's done, would happily talk to you. These days, I think it's the expectation is you better go sign up for that Patreon if you want even the appearance of that to be available to you.
Right. Right.
And I don't really think that that's really doing us too much of a benefit. I'm not saying the Patreons are bad. I'm just saying for the entire market to shift in that way, right?
Why don't you shut the fuck up for a minute, Adam? Let everybody
Jesus. All right.
Let everybody
Yeah,
know.
but all right. So
at patreon.com/the Fatman Nation.
Hey, when I was coming in, there wasn't like Patreon wasn't really a thing yet, but it was like an unspoken thing. Like if you bought an animal from somebody, then they're going to take more. They would take more of their time versus if you're just knocking on their door and not spending any money with them. So like,
but that's bullshit too, because I remember a story in like 2008. I was at Daytona and, or whenever the scaleless came about. All right. And they were selling scaleless heads for what, 50 grand a piece?
Yeah, I think so.
And,
right.
I remember that price because we were one of the first people that Will Banks called. He's like, hey, jackass, you want this scaleless head for 50 grand? And a friend of mine bought into this scaleless program, not from Mike, from somebody else. And the guy was like, you bought from us. We're going to show you how to market it, how to develop it, how to figure it out. And, when we get scaleless animals, we're going to all be in this together. And the minute the scaleless showed not viable, and my friend called up the seller, the seller's like, well, you figure it out. You bought it. Right.
Oh,
so it wasn't even. And this is from a guy who everybody knows. Who everybody knows. So
right.
So it used to kind of be both ways there. It was like, you're my friend while you could do something for me, but you're not my friend after when you're useless to me.
If I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Ramiers, I think, I don't know how to pronounce his company name. Ramiers, Ramery.
Rameries Royals.
Yeah, Rameries. Okay. Out in New York. He posted a video from kind of a newer guy's perspective, being in it 3 to 5 years. Anyhow, he's touching on a lot of these points, right? Where it's very common out there for, when you're spending the money, you're invited into the clique. The second the money stops, now you're set aside, right? Or if, your opinion is a little bit different than maybe the clique you're in, well, go find another clique. Right. Stuff like that. And, I think it is just kind of natural, though, for like smaller industries like ours to be very cliquish and kind of asshole-ish to outsiders or to people that have different opinions. But I just kind of.
The thing nobody talks about is everybody talks about the cliques that everybody knows, right?
Of course.
Like the Bob Vu clique, the Florida clique, there's a bunch of cliques all around the country. Nobody talks about the high level cliques that you don't know about. Okay. You don't know about the 15 people that flew down to Mexico to have a ball python summit that was going to discuss the pricing of everything for the following year. You don't know anybody in that clique. Okay. So the smaller cliques almost don't even matter. It's the real people making the decisions that.
Agreed. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean,
Adam's voice is gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm busted.
You were cutting out, but you're back now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah, man, there is levels to this stuff, right? And they're right. The little cliques are not really it's just a bunch of friends, basically. Just look at it more or less like that, right?
Right.
Gravitate towards people you like and that you see treating people well, I think would be my number one advice to people out there. Look at how other people are treating others and then gravitate towards like what you would like. You know what I mean? Like, because people will show their true colors.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm doing a rant. The first rant that I have coming out when I get back is what I've been noticing lately is that other podcasts are and other people with decent platforms are having known scumbags on their channels, and they're giving their space to known scumbags. Now, I think that's a bad idea. Okay, you know, for instance, you know, there's a guy in Europe that comes out every 3 or 4 years after he scammed a bunch of people, and since he knows that ball python memories only last 2 weeks, he scams a whole new bunch of people every 4 years. And the thing is that if these hosts of these podcasts would do 5 minutes of research on and Google these names, they would realize this. But here's the problem. The problem is that the community is so oversaturated with ball python podcasts and podcast fatigue that they're having anybody on now. Like everybody and their mother, like I've seen, you know, some father and their kid, you know, on a podcast for an hour and a half long, you know. And listen, I love all of you guys. I absolutely love everybody. I love everybody that, you know, did a shirt for Deeds Not Words. I love everybody that's constantly been, you know, in the Fatman Nation community. But some of you are not interesting enough to warrant an hour and a half, and nobody's watching. Okay. And that's the problem, is every other podcast host is like, there's nobody else to interview, you know. Well, we got to interview, you know, Jerry from Alabama, you know. So that's the problem. But if you're going to do this stuff, do a little research and make sure that you're not giving your platform to a known scumbag, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have 14 minutes about that in about 3
sure.
weeks. So just so you know. All right.
I like that you're pre-planning rants while you're down. Man.
Yeah. No, I've been doing that. I got like 4 or 5 scripts ready, you know, ready to go. Putting the teleprompter and ready to go. Right.
Are you doing them out loud so the nurses are getting real scared? Like, damn, man, that guy's always angry in there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, the thing is that, you know, 68 days gives you a lot of time to think, you know.
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of time to think and plan. Right.
Oh, man, for sure.
So speaking of coming up, what do you have any major changes coming up in 26? Are you adjusting anything? Or are you keeping the same program? Or what's next year look like?
I'm going to keep the same program for 2026. However, there's very much more that I want to do. Like this little stay in the hospital prevented me from doing about 7 new storytellers interviews. Right. So I really want to make storytellers a big part of the Patreon next year. I also want to do 1 rant a week. You know, right now I'm doing 1 rant a month, and it's I just feel like it's not enough. Okay. And because my rants get, you know, anywhere from 1,000 to 11,000 views, whereas my shows are kind of stuck at 1,000, you know, 1,000 views per episode. So sometimes not that, sometimes a little bit more.
Yeah, but what happens if everyone in the community goes like kumbaya, everything's gravy, and there's nothing to rant about?
Dude, they tried to do that, what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Yeah, everybody started doing all this toxic positivity that
Toxic
you're realizing. You're realizing it doesn't work because these things are crashing down on them right now. You know,
right?
So it's something that everybody should worry about. And if you're with a guy that's positive all the time, I don't think you could trust him. Okay, because you can't be positive all. There's always something that should irk you that you want to fix. Okay, about something, and you can't be like love and respect all the time. Some people are just assholes, and they don't deserve that.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So I remember the women when everybody kept calling me misogynistic. They're like, you have to respect women, and I'm like, yeah, you should actually respect women on a normal day-to-day basis, right? But you're not owed respect just because you bought a boa constrictor and you've kept it alive for a week. Okay. Do I respect you more than Justin Kabilka? No. Okay. But I still respect you as a person, you know? And there was a whole move of that going on for a while. And it's just, this is a hard community to like. But once you get involved, it's a hard community to go away from because you realize that there are great people in it. Like it's the 80-20 rule. Like 80% of the people are assholes. Nobody in this chat, okay? None of you guys. You guys are all awesome. And 20% of the people are cool, right? But it's the 20% of the cool people that keep you coming back for it because those people are so intriguing, and you want to be around them, and you turn it like you shut off the 80% of noise behind you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, I think that's a good life lesson, honestly, in general, right? If you operate like that, like a lot of stuff is kind of like that out there. So
the further I get in, like the further in time I get into, I start to see like, okay, maybe that's why like the Garrick DeMeyers and the Justins, they kind of hang back a little bit because that's like the phase I'm in. I'm like, bro, like there's so many phases that I've seen. Like you've talked about a bunch of them, Chris, but like I'm just like, bro, I like whatever. It'll cycle out here in a week or a month, and then it'll be another new phase. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Whatever.
Right. And that comes with age, right? Like because like right now, I think I'm in my phase, and this is the phase I want to retire on. I want to be for the little guy that is just producing because he wants to produce. So the father and son team, who if they make $600 at a show, they're ecstatic because they just sold 3 animals. The people that you've never heard of that are still making $100,000 a year selling ball pythons, and you've literally never heard of them. The guys who wholesale, 10,000 snakes at a time, or not 10,000, but 200 snakes at a time, and then just quietly just take their money and put it into stocks. But like I want to be for that little guy that's actually enjoying the community, and this way I could teach him or show him what to avoid and what like what things to look for that could become major problems where this will come back and hurt you. So plus the people making 800 or $1,000 right now at a show are the only people really successful at this, because all the bigger breeders right now, if they make $800 at a show, they can't afford to stay open, So I really want to be for that guy that's just doing his shows, making not making, he's aspiring to cool stuff, but he's growing something, or it's a father-son team or mother-daughter team who you could actually see where they're growing. Like, hey, they made this and that, but then they bought this $1,000 snake. And now they made this and that. They bought this $3,000 snake. Like I love watching that progression. And I think that the little guys need to be looked out for a little bit more.
I'm right there with you on that. I'm right there with you.
Right, man. And I like that because that's where this hobby all started at, right? When these things were worthless, it was just some dudes producing them because they liked them.
Right.
You know, and a lot of the problems come along when they were starting to be worse than
Oh
money.
yeah.
So,
Well, like on Storytellers, Ken Masick and Mike Stefani were talking about Lee Watson's Reptile Swap, which was like the second reptile show in the country, right? And it would just be people in a barn that loved animals that were there to show them off, and if they sold them, they sold them. Okay, but that was also in the days where there, you know, you stole something, you get taken out back and beaten the shit out of. Yeah, you know?
Right.
But
yeah, that was a great episode too, because like they talk about like it's so off the beaten path. People that were like trying to park out there would get stuck in the mud, and they would all have to go out there and pick up the truck and get it out of the mud and shit. I'm like, now that is dedication right there. Those people really want to be there, you know?
Well, like I would have killed to be at one of those, you know?
Yeah.
But, like that's such a great thing. And to see how it's grown to like the Tinleys and the Sears and all that, it's great to see that. But you also notice some people there just for the money, you know?
Yeah. And that's everywhere. So
yeah.
Well, man, we've had some good conversation tonight. We want to be respectful of everybody's time, yours included. Kind of getting to a point we're wrapping up. Was there anything else you wanted to kind of touch on that we didn't get to?
No, just you know, don't be a dick. All right, don't be a dick, and you know, don't be a dick, especially if you're going to be on camera. And then go vote in the 15 minutes of lane contest. I mean, we got some great people this year, you know, and you know. They're really trying hard, and you know, I want to see them succeed, and I want to give the belt to somebody who deserves the belt, and I want to make a big deal out of it, and I hope that you guys make a big deal out of it too, because it's kind of a fun contest, and for anybody that gets asked to be in it in 2026, good luck, you know, to you guys too. But yeah, go vote. Fatman, the fatmannation.com. It's under the 15 minutes of lane tab.
There you go.
Right on. Hey, before we get off here, though, I got one question for you. Yeah. Ancient aliens or Bigfoot?
Dude, Bigfoot.
Oh, that's it. Get
this
guy out of here. Well, y'all, you know how that rolls on our show. We're going to sign out with that. We've kicked Chris off the show. We don't allow no Bigfoot lovers around here. So y'all have a great night. We will see you next week. Take it easy.